Hi and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for allowing me to speak with you today. I pray that the time that you spend with me will lift you up and motivate you to take action. There's a story of a man who was taking a walk and he saw this beautiful garden. So he wanted to make sure that the gardener knew how much he appreciated the beauty. So he was a Christian and he was keen to give not to give all the credit to a man. So he had this deep belief in him that a lot of people leave God out of a lot of things. So as he toured around the garden, he found the gardener. And as they greeted each other, he told the gardener, "You and the good Lord together have made this beautiful garden." The gardener replied by saying, "I think that's true. If it's not for the sunshine, if it's not for the rain, if it's not for the miracle of the seeds and the soil and the seasons, this garden wouldn't be here at all. But you should have seen this place a couple of years back when God had it all by himself." Pretty smart comment, isn't it? So this is a story that reminds us that we are partners with God. And if we play our part, God will play his. So I want to talk to you today about some of the biggest obstacles that you must overcome before you partner with God. And I think you'll agree with me that it takes extreme courage to achieve something of significance. It does. So you have all these untapped ideas, all the gifts, all packaged for your personality, for your name, for your looks, and for your location. You have something to offer that no one else has, but it's very disguised in a rock that needs to be turned into a fabulous garden. So once it's a garden, people will come from everywhere to see it. So your gift will bring you before great men and great women. So you may ask, if that is true, why am I stuck in a rut? Why don't I even have a job? You know, there's something holding you back, and it's an obstacle that you must overcome. There's this fear that you don't feel like you have what it takes. So you're feeling incompetent for the task. Why? Because of the space between your dreams and the steps it will take to achieve it. Your dream requires a skill, a personality, money, connections, and you currently don't have all that. Now, I like what Wesley Snipes said. He said it best, that people pray for cake, but when the Almighty gives them eggs, gives them oil, butter, flour, and the oven, they get all frustrated and leave the kitchen. Could it be that you're tirelessly praying for cake and then asking God, "Why aren't you answering my prayer?" I said cake, please, not the raw ingredients. You've thought even that this is not your dream. It's not what you want because you feel like you're not a chef and you don't have the skills to put it together. So this is what I'm saying, that you can turn something into something because nothing comes from nothing. Fear is hiding you, or could it be that you're hiding in fear? So don't let fear of inadequacy paralyze you. We suffer more in our imagination than in reality. So don't make it bigger in your head than in your hands. The scripture says that be strong and be courageous. Don't be discouraged, for God is with you wherever you go. So every time you encounter that thought of incompetence, remember that you are not supposed to do it alone. You're not. Remember this quote from Eliud Kipchoge? He was asked about his world record that he achieved. He said something so profound that I'll never forget. 100% of me is nothing compared to 1% of the entire team. So Kipchoge achieved what was impossible because of a team effort. So you're never to achieve alone. You can borrow systems, you can borrow methods, borrow. The late Maya Angelou used to say, "I come as one, but I stand as 1,000. So create yourself through others. When you're pulled to someone specific who is successful, it's because they're reflecting a part of you in them. So I'll say model them. Revisit their early work 10 years back. Read their first books. Watch their first YouTube videos. It is then that you will be assured that success doesn't come from nowhere. It doesn't come naturally. People work on it. So I was watching one of Elon Musk's interview, and he was being interviewed by a young man who clearly displayed much admiration for him. Who wouldn't, right? And he began the interview by showering him with compliments. He told him something of the sorts like, one thing I like about you, Elon, is that you're unusually fearless and you're willing to go after things that other people don't think it's possible. Elon responded by saying, it's not that I don't feel fear. In fact, he said, I feel it quite strongly. But I shouldn't say because I feel it, therefore I shouldn't do it. If something is important, he said, you will do it in spite of the fear. And I agree with that. And then he went ahead and said that when he started SpaceX, he thought the odds of it succeeding was less than 10%. Oh my goodness, 10% less. He said, I accepted that I might lose everything. But I thought if I could just move the ball forward, and even if my project failed or died, someone else will pick it up and move it forward. Wow, I really love that. So, isn't that amazing? So here's a man whose odds of succeeding was less than 10%. Take that to the bank. Who's going to give you a loan? Nobody, right? But he moved forward. As we speak today, SpaceX and his other companies is estimated to be worth over $70 billion. So maybe your assignment is to move the ball forward for someone else. Out of your dream, you lift up the burden of someone else to be lighter because you took a chance. You didn't let fear stop you. You know, President J.F. Kennedy had dreams for America, and he launched projects that he never lived to see. So he told Americans that he believed that the nation should commit itself to achieving a goal of landing a man into the moon and returning the man safely to Earth. JFK didn't live to see it, but he moved the ball forward by planting a seed. So I'm saying that you have a seed of greatness within you. Plant it today, hopefully not tomorrow, and it will outgrow you. Maybe someone else will water it for you, or maybe someone else will harvest it. It's not your business. Do your part. Do your part. So thank you so much for tuning in today. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'll see you again next time. God bless you.